Hi everyone, welcome to the Nutmeg Stitcher. I am Rachel. Thank you for coming back if you've been here before. If you're new, so happy to have you here. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. If you're watching this today, I hope you are finding love somewhere in your life, whether it's with a significant other, with family, with yourself. I hope you all are getting a little something special, a treat yourself or a treat from someone else. Wishing you all the love in the world. We all deserve it. So with that, I'm going to get into my mid-February progress report. It's a day early, but my week is about to get very crazy. So we're headed up to New Hampshire tomorrow to go see my middle daughter in a production that she's in. Really looking forward to that. And then I am about to get into work travel mode and grandma mode. So things are about to get busy. So thought I would give you all my update a day early. And a few things that I just wanted to mention before I kick off with my whips. I continue to be just astounded with the connections that we can all make with people all around the globe. It is astounding to me how much we all are all the same, regardless of culture, regardless of language. We all kind of can come together and find some commonality. And that happened to me this week. And it was just such a coincidence that just made my heart grow. I had a woman who had watched one of my videos. She had liked one of the projects that I had been working on. It was Tall Birds by Doreen Jones, and she had gone ahead and ordered it and started it right away. Well, on her Flosstube channel, she mentioned me, she tagged me. So I went over to watch and to see what she was all about. And lo and behold, Margaret from Maggie Lou Stitches, and I'll tag her beneath, was a BTS fan. So for those of you who don't know, BTS is a 7-member band from Korea. They are world renowned, and I am a huge BTS fan. The fandom's name is ARMY. We call ourselves ARMYs, and Margaret is an ARMY as well. And it was just such a connection that lifted me up in a time when, you know, sometimes we need a little bit of that lifting up. So hi Maggie, if you're watching. She was generous enough to gift me a beautiful BTS cross-stitch pattern that I cannot wait to get started on. It is just absolutely stunning, and she's already started it, and it is beyond gorgeous. So I am going to get started on that soon. So thank you. And those connections, I hope they continue. If it's not with me, if it's with someone else you find where you feel like you might have a connection, make that reach out and grow your circle, because our circles can always use a few more people in them. So with that, I am going to go ahead and get started and show you what I've worked on. I think I will start with my regular stitching. And I did actually get quite a bit done in the last 2 weeks since I've been here. And as always, I will go ahead and put up the before picture that I showed at the end of last month, so you can see how far I've come along. And you'll see that up here somewhere. The first one I'm going to start with is Bubble Dug. And I was able to, on this one, finish up this line. So if you remember, I didn't have the C and the H, and I didn't have all of the green. One of the greens wasn't filled in yet. So I was able to finish filling in the greens on which and put in the right. So I'm thinking if I can do maybe a line each time I pull it out. How many years will that take me? It'll take me a little bit, but maybe I can do more. You know, as I was doing some of these, this one was one of them. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm going to rethink my strategy for next year if I don't do it this year. Maybe instead of doing Whipgo, I will do, you know, whips to a finish or something, where I'll pick 1 or 2 that I think I can get done really quickly and just assign those for the year until they're done, and then I can move on to something else, because some of these I just want to keep working on. And Bubble Dug was one of them, and the other one here, I'm going to pull it out now, was my Woke Sampler. These are ones that are quick stitches, easy stitches. I like the colors in them, and I just feel like oh, if I just kept it out, I could get it done pretty quickly. So this is my woke sampler, and I got done the beakers. Now, if you see on this, I messed up. This did not work in Pattern Keeper. So I was just using it off of my my iPad, and it was the symbols, I got the symbols mixed up somehow. So when I started, this beaker was supposed to have yellow fluid in it, and the container that hold the little test tubes was supposed to be yellow. So it was supposed to, all 5 were supposed to look the same. Well, I realized I had it backwards, and then I'm like, you know what? I don't want to frog it. I don't want to pull it out. So I said, I'll just make it up, and we'll just go with it as it is. And I think it's okay, right? I framed the other end to look the same, and hopefully I think it works. I don't think it's too bad. Cross stitch is supposed to be fun, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I tell myself. That's what I tell myself. But I feel like if I could, this one didn't have as many lines in it. Like this, I could get this done quick. There are some that I just want to keep out and keep working on. So I don't know. Well, I may be reevaluating what I'm doing. But if every month I have 2 or 3 of those, then that becomes a little unmanageable as well, doesn't it? So I don't know. We'll see. All right. The next one that I am looking at is a new start. This was the collecting shells. This was the Janlin Just a Chart. This was my paper new start. And I got a little bit done on this. So this is what I've gotten done on this. This is just an 18 count Ada. It's really hard to see, but there's some white in there over here, and then some of that blue. And that white is the back of her dress over here. So I did a middle page start. I do feel that with kits, I always tend to do middle starts for some reason, even though I could probably have done a left-hand side start on this, but I don't know. I think it's habit. But so I got some work done on that. And then my next one is Jane's Quilt Garden, and this is by Jane Meyer. And, sorry, Linda Myers. I'm getting my names mixed up here. So this is what that will look like. And this is on a 36 count vintage sampler linen. And this is what I have done on that. So I was able to continue down on this border and get some of those pie pieces filled in. And you know, I'm using the DMC instead of the fancy floss. Let me just see what she calls for on this. Oh no, it is DMC that was called for. So I'm using the called for colors on this. But I don't know if you can tell, but the V's on these pieces, I'm going to call them pie slices, and the top's crust of them are different colors, but boy, do they, to my eye, look the same. Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they look a little bit different, but it is turning out nice. So I'm excited to see what that's going to look like when it's all done. Lots of pretty colors in that. Very muted colors. All right, the next one, oh, this one. So this is the November cake one. Remember when I was saying last time that I forgot to pull it out? I forgot to pull out what the picture would look like, and so I was trying to guess which one was the November cake. Well, I had said I think it's one of these two. Oh no, my thread is stuck in the zipper. Hang on one second while I try to unstick this. Okay, I'm back. I got it unstuck from my zipper. These strings on the end of my fabric got stuck in the zipper of my project bag. Well, anyway, back to November cupcake. I had pulled out a couple that I said, oh, I think this might be November. I think this might be November. Well, apparently I had not started November. So I had started 11 of them. I had not started November. So that's why I couldn't tell which one it was. But I did get it started, and this is how far I got on it. So I got 3/4 of the frame done, and I started on the flame and the beginning of the top of the cake, the decoration on the top of the cake. So that is November, and you will have seen a picture of it, so you know what it will look like when it's done. And these are Brooks Books Cakes of the Month, I think they're called. And yeah, they're fun. They're fun. I may get 1 or 2 done, hopefully this year. We'll see. My next one that I worked on, and I got a little bit of a mini finish, we'll call it a mini finish, is my Early Americans. And these are from Little House Needleworks, and I think I put her away. Hang on, let me grab her out. Sorry for the crinkling, I know you can hear it. Yeah. All right, so this is Abigail Adams, and I had to finish the sunflower and then all this bottom. So that's what I needed to work on to finish it, and I was able to get that done. So I have a little bit of a mini finish on this one, and I'll show you how that looks. So here she is, all done, Abigail Adams. And by pulling closer, you can see there's that sunflower with Abigail, her name in the bottom. So that box is finished. So here we are. So as much as I have done on this. So I have 2 more boxes to go. And this is what I was mentioning before, that I didn't realize this wasn't finished. So on Paul Revere, this is Muddy Puddle. And I ran out of it. And I looked to see what the DMC conversion was. I think it might work. I'm going to check to see if Muddy Puddle is available. I know I haven't checked in a while, but last time I had checked it was not. So if not, we'll just try to find the closest DMC match. It's not going to have the variegation in it, but it's just for a little bit. And it's between the windows, so I think it'll work if I just use the DMC. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I do have a bunch of the, you guys are gonna be mortified when you see how my threads are being kept. So I'm trying to hide them down here, but it's mostly classic Colorworks. I think it's all classic Colorworks that we have. Oh, you guys are gonna be so ashamed of me. I should do floss drops with these, but I don't. But so these are the colors that I am using. They're a little tangled, but it's a pretty color palette. But what I'm gonna do is, if I've run out, because I only have those 2 blocks left, I'm just gonna use the DMC alternate if I don't have any more of the color of the classic Colorworks. There's a few that I have run out of, but for the most part, I think I'll be able to get most of it done. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So I have a little finish, a little mini finish for the month. All right, let me get this folded and put in. All right, the next one was a kit new start, and this was the Walmart kit that I had received from my aunt. Christmas Traditions, Father Christmas. It's very cute. This one, I don't even know if you're really gonna, well, no, I put some red in so that you could see it, because the kind of gray, it's a light gray that I started with, is, you really can't see it at all. Well, maybe you can see it a little bit. But this is his jacket. This is his like armpit over here. And if you can see it, that white gray in there is kind of his coat, the fur on his coat. So that is in kind of this area. Oh, I guess it's his beard. It's his beard that we're seeing, that gray that I was working on, because this is his armpit. So I was doing that darker gray up here. Red. Oh my goodness. So that was that one. Got some stitches done on this. So this is a big piece. This was in the kit. It's fiddler's cloth. It must be a 14 count. So it's gonna be big. And you know, I don't typically buy 14 count or 28 count. I do prefer, I think 32 count is my like sweet spot, but that 14 count is really nice and easy to work on. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this is surprisingly simple. So that's what I got done of my whips of the month. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I haven't worked on. So that's pretty good. I think I got through about half of them that I touched. My Whipgo project for the past 2 weeks has been snow-capped dachshund. I'll put a picture of what that's going to look like because that's an online version. And I do still have this in my QSnap because I'm going to try to work on it this afternoon. I have some time this afternoon and I want to give it a little bit more time. But this is how far I have gotten on this. So I did probably get 5, 6, 7, 800, 900 stitches done on this. I would like to at least finish this row. Today. That's kind of my goal, is to get another at least 300 stitches in, if not a whole nother row. That would be where I would like to end this project for the month. I do feel like I got some done in there, and those grays and those gray sky starting to really be seen. So fun. I got some work done on that. All right, the next thing that I wanted to talk about was my temperature stitching. And so far this month, all of my whips have been called, with the exception of Cafe in the Sun. So yay, Victorian Charm got some love, minimal love, only got 100 stitches, but it got a little bit, right? We can't, every little bit is a little bit. So let's go ahead and we will start with Poinsettia Excellence, and Poinsettia Excellence got 100 stitches. And someone did comment that they agreed with me that this looked like a neuron when it was being shown before I got the leaf started. This whole thing, just every time I looked at it, it reminded me of a brain. But I got the 100 stitches. I got some green in this leaf up here, so we're starting to get to some leaf there. If you look at this, I am in that upper leaf up here, and I think what I'm going to do is start on the border. So I'll start with my next round of stitches that are called, I'll get that yellow or that gold border done. Those, I like borders for temperature stitching. It's just an easy way to count 100 stitches at a time. So I think that's what I'm going to do next on that. I worked my way up to the top so that I could do that. The next one that we have is Friendship Teapots. Friendship Teapots also got 100 stitches. So the majority of these so far this month have only gotten 100. And this one, I'm not sure if y'all are going to be able to see this. Let me show you a picture of. This is the finished project. And where I worked was in these kind of bottom of the lace tablecloth or cloth on the shelf, but it is a light gray. Oh, and here's my mistake. When I pulled it out to start, so all these I got filled in with that light gray, and I'm like, oh wow, I must have been tired when I was finishing this row up. And then I said, you know what, I'm gonna leave it as is. My aunt always said she always purposefully put a mistake in all of her projects that only she knew about, that made it uniquely hers. So I'm gonna go with that for this one. Hopefully it won't be too noticeable when my eye automatically goes to it now, but that's all right, right? Things in life aren't perfect. So, but yeah, actually you can see it a little bit when I bring it up close. So I did all that kind of light gray in the bottom of that lace. So that was 100 stitches on that. My next one is Victorian Charm. So I didn't pull this out last month because it did not get work done. This month it only got 100 stitches so far. Hopefully it'll get some more. But this is Victorian Charm. I do love it. It is so colorful. And I say so colorful because I worked on black. So all I got done on this was the black sky over here. I did that black in there. That was my 100 stitches around the house. It's a quick, easy 100 stitches on that, but It is pretty. It does really pop on this dark fabric. So I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. I going down to help out with my granddaughter while my daughter and her husband, so they're able to be in the hospital and not have to worry about my granddaughter. And then to help out when she comes home. I'm not sure what I'm going to bring for stitching because I don't want to, you know, bring too much. I'm not going to have a ton of time to stitch, obviously. So I don't think I'll be able to bring all of my temperature stitching. I may bring my Whipgo, which is, let me see if I can find it. My Whipgo for the next 2 weeks, which is also one of my temperature stitching whips, and that, and maybe one other piece. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I think I will definitely bring this. So this is Butterflies. Butterflies so far this month has gotten 200 stitches on it, but this is my 2nd February Whipgo call. So I can, you know, I can just dedicate next week any stitching time I have to this one and feel okay about that. I got a little bit farther than I was last time. The 100 stitches from this week that I just finished up was this green. And here starting the word. So this is the start of the B and the U. Is that right? Yeah. And this is the Y. So I'll show you that again in the picture, but yeah, I got a little bit more done on this. So I think this one is coming with me. I also like the idea of bringing kits because it has everything, right? It's got all my floss in there. I don't need to worry about pulling. I don't know. You'll find out at the end of the month what I decided to do. But that green I was mentioning is over here, right? So the B and the Y and the start of the U. So a little bit done on this one. All right, so I have to tell you guys, I know that I have been saying that I am stitching from stash, I'm not buying, I'm on a buying ban. Well, already this year, right? I've already blown that because Margaret was kind enough to give to me that BTS pattern, but also Steph from Just Keep Stitching Co. who I'll link also here. Has been posting daily on her new store all of the Nashville releases, and oh my goodness, and I'm probably driving her crazy because I keep DMing her with questions that I have about some of these, and she's been fantastic. She responds right away. She answers all the questions that I have, but I've just put it in order. So I could not help myself. On my wish list on her page is like 44 patterns. Obviously, I didn't go that overboard, but I did get 9, and I may get some more. I don't know, but they are just so beautiful. So everybody has just done an amazing job. So once those come in, I know it'll be a while, but I will do kind of a mail call. I know that's what Just Keep Stitching calls it, but I'll do a haul of my Nashville patterns. So if you are interested, if you're in the market for new patterns, go check out Just Keep Stitching Co. She's got so many great releases that are going to be available in March after Nashville. So I'll be adding to my pile, you guys. It's bad. I have a problem. I need an intervention, I fear. All right, next one is Winter Cabin, and Winter Cabin actually got 400 stitches so far this month, so it's gotten quite a bit of stitching done on it. And this is where we are, and you can start to see some of the deer, the shape of the deer coming in around that snow. And I keep thinking this is sky, like as I'm stitching it, I'm like, wow, sky. But then when I look at the actual pattern, it's just the snow right from the dusk shadows. So I'm over here. Yeah, so this one got a bit done on it. So a lot of that darker blue in there. It is fun to see things, you know, shapes take form, and you know, you see it all come to fruition. Kind of fun. All right, next one is Christmas jar ornaments, and got a little bit of work done on this. This had 100 stitches on it, I guess. Feels like I did more than that, but I guess that's it. So yeah, I got some, let me see if I can find, I'll put it up against this. There we go. Oh, I keep showing you guys the back of this one, don't I? Or no, it was the truck ones, but so I got some of the blue from the chimney in here. I got some of the bushes around the house done. But yeah, I mostly worked around the house, if you can see that. Yeah, that one's coming. 100 stitches at a time. Dropping things. Oh no, put it over here. Okay. All right, next one is Glory of Autumn. Glory of Autumn got 200 stitches done this month. I know I show you guys these every month, so if you don't want me to keep taking out the picture, just let me know in the comments, and I don't have to do that every time. And in this one, I continued to work kind of on the right-hand side, no, left-hand side, over here. I can't, there we go. I did some more of the brown at the bottom. Started in with some of that blue. I can't remember if that blue was in there before, it might have been, but I just worked some more of the darker brown in. Yep. All right. Okay. I think my next to last one, or my last one, is going to be, oh no, I've got two left. Oh, Blue Delft, my nemesis. This one, every time I see that it's coming up, I cringe a little bit, which isn't, it's not good, right? It's not that I don't like what it looks like. It's that the pattern is just really extremely difficult. It just, and I don't know why I still have this in a plastic bag, but I do. Maybe I'll take it out when we're done. All right, so where did I work on this? I think, oh, no. I think I worked down here. I don't even remember. Yeah, I did. I worked in this square down here. And I put in this light blue, 100 stitches of that. And I'm just trying to take it bite size by bite size, but every time I pull it out to stitch on it, I'm like, oh, where do I want to go? Where do I want to start? Do I want to keep up in here? Do I want to start? And I think to myself sometimes, oh, maybe I'll just start a fresh square. Maybe that'll be easier. And for some reason, I was not highlighting where I had stitched already on this one. I think I started doing that later. I don't know. But this time around, I'm like, I have to start highlighting because it gets too hard to read what I've done and what I haven't done. All right, so my last temperature stitch for the month is Balloon Glow, and Balloon Glow got 100 stitches. So I finished up on this one, that the page I was on, that stops like up here, so it splits in half, 2 pages. So I got all the blue across on the top, and so I'm to that edge of that page of the pattern. So I finished up over here. So now I know where the halfway mark is, and I can start to work down and across from there. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kind of work down on that page, probably cross stitch that, back stitch that page, and then move on to the next page. So that is my work for the month of February. I feel good about what I've done. I do feel like I got a lot of stitching in. The rest of the month, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be down at my daughter's, or how long she'll need me, or how long she'll want me to be there. I want to, give them space as a new family as well. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have more time than I think I might. But regardless, I will be back at the end of the month to show you what I did get done, as well as show you my pulls for the month of March. I can't believe we're talking about March already. I wish you all a great day wherever you are, a great evening, a great morning, and I hope to see you back next time. All right, thanks everybody. Have a great day. Bye.